Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a loop puzzle, the game where we have to put these pictures into these circles so that each one is connected in some way to the pictures on either side of it. We've got a door with a cat flap to start with. That's a mortarboard. Oh, I've got no idea what that... Oh no, that's the Mediterranean. I do have an idea what it is meant to be. First day of kindergarten, I've got no idea how that's going to connect to anything else. Oh, what is the word for that? It's some kind of heliotrope, something like that. I'm not sure that's the actual word. That's a burrito. That is a ridiculously realistic looking burrito considering that everything else is just a cartoon. I'm so confused. That's a beaker. Play-Doh. That's a dog. Do we think that's a dog flap or a cat flap? Maybe the dog goes next to that. That's a revolving door. Okay, so we'll put the door next to the door. That is tennis. And that is a bust of something. Oh, so this is a thing that revolves. This is probably the bust of somebody like Copernicus or Galileo who invented that. Or Da Vinci is possibly more likely. I mean, Da Vinci... Oh, it's specifically this part that's highlighted. I didn't even notice that. That is Greece. So maybe it's not Da Vinci, but maybe it's a Greek scholar. Mortarboards and universities. Maybe they started with Greek education systems. Maybe that's the link. It feels tenuous, but who knows? We'll put it there for now. We can always move it. We'll put that next to the mortarboard because it's to do with education. Kids play with Play-Doh. Play-Doh, I mean, it's about moulding things. It could be about pushing things through a hole, so it could theoretically go next to the door flap, but I'm not convinced by that. That's a tube of tennis balls as well. It's compressed, so I suppose it could go next to those tubs. It's the same shape as a beaker. Maybe it's a beagle next to a beaker. And I've got no idea why a burrito would go there, so I'm not particularly confident that's right. Let's at least put the dog next to the dog flap. And let's put the burrito... Oh, I don't know where the burrito goes. You can see we've got 5 lives, so it doesn't completely matter if we're not right first time, but I kind of want to get it right first time. We have not got it right first time, but all of these blue ones or green ones are in the right place. So that one's wrong. This yellow means that it is a correct connection, but the yellow one, of course, is in the wrong place. So it has to go there. These 3 are all in a row, but they're not in those 3 positions. That one has to go there, which means the burrito has to go in there. And then these 3 are in these 3 slots, obviously. We know they were all yellow, which means that one definitely is in the middle. Did we have... No, we didn't have the mortarboard next to this guy, did we? And we didn't have that next to the beaker. So I don't think I can guarantee to get it correct, but it just feels more likely that it's this way round, doesn't it? Oh, it's the other way round, and I have no idea why. But we will soon find out, because we can see how they link. A door and a door. It's called a gyroscope, not a helioscope or a heliotrope, whatever I said. But I said it was something that spins. That is a gyro, or a gyro, a gyro. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's not a burrito. So that's why it went next to Greece, because apparently it's the Greek version rather than the burrito, the Mexican version. That's annoying. That's why they needed a more realistic photo, I suppose, to highlight that it was a gyro, a gyro, and not a burrito. I just did not spot it. It was Plato. Oh, I mentioned loads of people, but Plato wasn't one of the people I mentioned. Even if I had mentioned it, I'm not sure I'd have worked out that it goes next to the Play-Doh because Plato and Play-Doh sound similar. I mean, that is very tenuous, but I suppose it works. Young school children, of course, they play with Play-Doh. Those are education, we said that. That is a graduated cylinder. I'm not sure I've ever heard that phrase. So I would never have put that next to the mortarboard for that reason. I'm not going to beat myself up about that. Those are both cylinders. We kind of worked that out. Oh, the dog is holding a tennis ball. I'm not even sure I noticed that. That was a bit careless. And then the dog goes through the dog door. So it wasn't a cat flap. Should have been a cat flap. Anyway, we worked it out in the end. What about the results? Only 8% of people got it first time. I've got no idea how they work out the difficulty because these stats don't seem that different to normal. Anyway, 35% of people beat me. That is not my best, but I'm in the majority, so not a complete disaster. Let me know how you got on. Thank you for watching and bye for now.